ruling has dealt a major blow to unpaid interns. They cannot pursue sexual harassment claims in court. CBS 2's Dick Brennan here with more to explain. Dick.
Well, Dana, Li-Huan Wang was an unpaid intern at Phoenix Satellite Television, a Hong Kong-based company with an office here in New York. She says she was sexually harassed by their Washington bureau chief, and so then she filed a lawsuit. Li-Huan Wang says in January of 2010, her boss lured her to his room at the Hilton Hotel in Midtown, supposedly to discuss business. But Wang says instead, Zhengju Lu tried to grab her and kiss her.
He started to take off his clothes and made advances toward her. So there were all kinds of advances that she rebuffed. And after that, she left her internship early and never got a permanent job.
But in a ruling, a federal district judge, P. Kevin Castell, wrote, the court concludes that because Ms. Wang was an unpaid intern, she may not assert claims under the cited provisions of the New York State Human Rights Law and the New York City Human Rights Law.
Title VII protects the following bases: race, age, religion, gender, disability, retaliation for EEO activity. It does not cover unpaid interns.
New York is not alone. In fact, in the U.S., only the state of Oregon allows unpaid interns to sue for sexual harassment.
Think about it. These interns are normally young, naive, eager to please, and if anything, it should be protected. There should be laws to protect them.
Wang's internship at Phoenix ended in January of 2010. The following summer, Wang contacted Lu about getting a job. This time, she says, Lu invited her to Atlantic City to discuss job opportunities. Wang declined. In this instance, the judge says, Ms. Wang was asking for a job, so she can pursue a claim.
If you apply for a job and don't get it, and you say it's because of retaliation, then you are protected.
So at least part of Wang's suit can now continue. In the meantime, Lu was fired from Phoenix after the matter was investigated. Wang has moved back to China. Dana.
All right, thank you, Dick. Mudslinging in the New Jersey.
Does working for a company free of charge end up meaning that the employer has the right to harass you? Controversial ruling made by a federal judge in New York last week is sparking some outrage. Now, the judge ruled that unpaid interns are not protected under New York City's human rights law, and therefore they cannot sue their employers if they get sexually harassed. So should unpaid interns be protected? And joining us is our legal panel, Bill Frumkin, an employment lawyer, and Lise Wheel, a Fox News legal analyst. And you know, guys, anytime we come up with an intern and harass and sex, you end up thinking about a whole bunch of things in recent American history. But where do you guys fall on this? Lise, start us
off. Well, legally, I mean, as reprehensible as this is, it's a horrible case. And this woman was groped and she was promised a job. And then after she, dissuaded the guy in the hotel, she lost the job, or she lost the opportunity to get the job. So it's horrible. But legally, the judge got it right, because she's not an employee under the federal standards. That can be changed, but right now, employees are not protected like that.
Well, I think the judge got it wrong, for the simple reason that under wage and hour laws, meaning laws dealing with overtime and minimum wage, there have been cases of interns who are providing a benefit to the employer and therefore should be paid, and actually there have been rulings of that nature.
She wasn't being paid.
But those people weren't either, but they were able to ultimately be paid because of the fact that they were benefiting the employee. If you read the case, she wasn't going out and just making coffee and making copy. She was actually doing real work.
Well, that still benefits.
So Brewer, you're introducing legislation to make sure unpaid interns like Wang can get relief from courts. What are the bill's chances of passing? What's in the bill? Give us the lowdown on it.
Well, the bill is being drafted as we speak, so it's not actually live on a website that we can all look at yet. But we have asked the City Council Speaker's Office to draft it, the attorneys, and basically it would say that unpaid interns would have explicit protection under the New York City human rights law, obviously including protection from sexual harassment. And I think it would have a good chance of passage. Obviously, great publicity, but I think everybody understands. Unfortunately, there have been interns in government who have experienced this. And the fact of the matter is, it is a well-known profession, very positive in government to be an intern. You got a lot of experience both in the public and the private sector. But there's this horrific example, and I think it's unfortunately not the first time. So I think to answer your question, there would be interest in passage, yes.